ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ni mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló máa ń tẹ́ sùn àwọn late sleeper bíi tèmi náà báyìí it's been busy all day. Always a lot to talk about and always a lot to discuss. I've been so extremely busy. Láti ìgbà tá ti parí ètò lọ́sàn ibi tá jókòó sí náà láti ránpò dábẹ́ ẹ̀ nísìn kí lè máa rí iwájú dáadáa. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tí kò tí sùn bí tèmi o. Pé I've been busy almost the last 8 hours, working hard and making sure that we can put things in place properly. So, but the most important thing is mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo èèyàn náà kọ́ ló máa ń sùn bí tèmi báyìí. Okay, it's asking me to log in. Okay, let's see. So, I've been on a software lálẹ́. I just thought while I'm still awake, why not? We can just be having conversation on the side. I'm actually busy, working, which is what I love to do. Send a text. Because the beauty about what we do now is mo kí gbogbo wa ẹ ká lẹ́mbẹ̀ ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti sùn bí tèmi báyìí. Àwọn kan ti sùn, àwọn kan ì tí sùn. Báyé ṣe rí nìyẹn. So mo fẹ́ try ká establish Instagram ẹ̀ náà. Fídíò tí wọ́n fi gé orí kòkòrò, we've been able to put it on the àti fi sórí website wa. Fine, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ wò. Mo mọ̀ pé omíyalé ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí dáadáa because we cannot allow them to just kill him and that's it. Bàbá ìtẹ̀ tí kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, ìyẹn mi pé kó take advantage lórí wa. So we will continue to highlight that as well. Okay, somebody is just finishing work. It is soon. This has been what I've been doing all day on the laptop here. So the bá sorry site anything, which is what I've been working on, and some other few things as well. Okay, so if we go back here, so quite a lot of updates on the site, quite a lot of interesting things, and we will continue to improve on it. Tó bá dọ̀la, I'll share that lórí lórí software. So when you go in there now, all those short videos that we produce, you can see all those short videos now. So all these short videos is there, and I have another short videos that we're still working on. So quite a lot. So as I'm doing that, I also have this other laptop here. So we're working on 2 different machines. So as we continue to tell the world, because nobody's going to listen to us, we have to tell the world our own problem. They will feel pé all these biased mainstream media, they think they get our own time. We have to tell the world what is wrong with us. And that's why we have to work very, very hard. Because everything has to be documented. And that's what the politicians don't know, that they're dealing with a new generation. Generation tó gbàgbọ́, only one deal pẹ̀lú. So let them continue to fool themselves. Mombo, I've been plug in laptop. So it's just the same thing like Enton Losi Bishena and Emino. That's the only thing I do. Yoruba Nation, I continue to use my own skills to add value to what we are doing. So at least me Abasha Losi Bishena, Asha Oga kan sha sọ fún yàn pé, do you want to do extra time? Pé ibi iṣẹ́ tó bá lọ, tó bá ṣe extra hour, ó máa fún ẹ lówó. But at least I know that my name will be remembered for a very long time, which is the beauty of what I'm doing. So even if the monetary wise is not there, people will remember that, wọ́n pe bàbá kan ní Koiki o, you know, he played a big role in this Yoruba nation. Eshigoni Yawa Comfort, Olagunju Mori message. Thank you very much. And also everyone as well that is joining us. So let me monitor from the big screen. So we just have the line open as much as I'm still awake. I don't know how long we'll stay, but the switch on, but I was on the phone with somebody for like almost 3 hours. Well, not 3 hours, almost 2 hours. And that's what they say, 2 heads is better than 1. So we were reviewing and doing things. So teba lo sórí website wa, teba ní laptop or phone yìí, ẹ lọ sórí KOIKIMEDIA, ẹ rí òkú kòkòrò tó pa yẹn, ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ní mo lè show yín. We can't do that on social media because all my block wa. But teba lọ sórí site yẹn nísìn, I've created a link that teba ti click lórí Chief Sunday Igboho's house. You will also, the first thing you will see now is the picture of Omiyale, the picture of Kokoro pẹ̀lú Ṣèyí Mákindé, picture tó nìkan dáyà, picture gbà tó shoot ẹ̀ or whatever tó ṣe kó tó di pé wọ́n gbé body yẹn lọ. Kódà tẹ́ bá lọ wo, ìbá pé à lo software, but let me see if I can show us something here. Tẹ́ bá wo picture yẹn àti picture, mo ní lè show yín ní picture òkú yẹn tó ṣe gé orí ẹ̀, but tẹ́ bá lọ sórí site yẹn, orí website wa, ẹ rí níbẹ̀. Is there at the moment, and we will keep update on that as well, so that nobody tó bá dọjọ́ ìgbà tá bá ń bá àgbáyé sọ pé kí ló dé tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ sí gbogbo tá à ń sọ, gbọ́ ní Koiki, bàdé pẹ́ ti lọ sórí website wa, gbogbo information yẹn wà níbẹ̀, kò sí excuse kankan mọ́ nílé ayé nísìnyí. So that's the beauty. That's why we're putting all this record out there, so that Happy New Month to everybody. Happy New Month. So the longer we keep the footprint, it's called the footprint. Bubotan Shenisin is the footprint. Let me play this video. You probably hear the sound more. I'll see if I can hold the phone. And you'll see how the Western media are playing on the intelligence of millions of people. This, you can watch it as well on WION, WION. It's a platform I listen to all the time, especially the woman that speaks there. Very powerful. I think she's India. India in the headquarters. So we hope one day KOIKIMEDIA will also have that kind of big coverage. And that's why we have to work hard, especially that we are using the platform, for the benefit of the Yorubas around the world. So we're not going to get tired. Let's watch this together.
The world is covering this invasion. I'm talking about the media, especially Western channels. How are they covering Russia's invasion? With blatant racism. Let me say something at the outset. As journalists, we do not filter hardships and pain. We do not see caste, color, or gender. And we have stuck by this principle. When the Taliban stormed Kabul, we stood with Afghans. When Ethiopia attacked its own people, we questioned them. When unarmed black teenagers were gunned down in the US, we joined the outrage. Today, we are doing the same. We see the plight of the Ukrainian people and we have reported on their hardships. But what about the Western media? They too are reporting on the crisis, on the war, on the refugees. But they do not see hardships. They only see race, the color of your skin, the color of your hair. Let me show you exhibit number 1. This exchange happened on the BBC, the so-called Guardian of Unbiased Reportage. Listen to how their panel describes the refugees from Ukraine.
It's very emotional for me because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed.
People with blue eyes and blonde hair. That is why the so-called expert on the BBC is emotional, not because the people are homeless, not because their country is being invaded, but because their hair is blonde. On social media, a lot of people are defending the BBC. They say it's a guest, not their anchor. Let me take you back to September last year. Another guest was speaking on the very same channel, South Asian expert Christine Fair. She called out Pakistan's links with the Taliban. Do you remember what the BBC presenter did? She shut her down. She said it was violating the channel's unbiased coverage. So exposing terror links is a violation. Blatant racism and white supremacy is fine. Gold standard indeed. Now for exhibit number 2, NBC News from the US. Listen to this.
These are not refugees from Syria. These are Christians. They're white. They're very similar.
Very similar to us. How so? Because the Syrian refugees are Muslims. Their skin is darker. Their hair is not blonde. So Europe does not want them. And remember, this is not being said at some white supremacy cult. This is happening on live television. Exhibit number 3, CBS News, another American broadcaster. Their reporter is appalled by the war, not because there is death and destruction, but because it is happening in Europe.
Like Iraq or Afghanistan, this is a relatively civilized, relatively European city where you wouldn't expect that or hope that it's going to happen.
So Iraq and Afghanistan are uncivilized countries. Their people are uncultured. Their regimes are irresponsible. So they deserve war. They deserve hundreds of bombs and years of occupation. What about Ukraine? According to CBS, no. Ukraine does not deserve war or hardships because Ukraine is civilized. And now for the final exhibit. This one is not from the West. It is from Al Jazeera in Qatar. This anchor simply cannot comprehend the idea of European refugees.
What's compelling is just looking at them, the way they're dressed. These are prosperous, I'm loath to use the expression, these are prosperous middle-class people. These are not obviously refugees trying to get away from areas in the Middle East that are still in a big state of war. These are not people trying to get away from areas in North Africa. They look like any European family that you would live next door to.
That reporter is confused about the refugees. They look middle class. They look like Europeans. How is something so bad happening to them? Well, this is what systemic racism looks like. Do you remember the 2015 refugee crisis? Around 1.3 million people sought asylum in Europe. Most of them were from Syria, Afghanistan, and Nigeria. Do you remember how the West reacted? They shut their borders, they herded the refugees like cattle, and they branded them as terrorists. Back then, Western reportage was quite different. Let me show you what the BBC did. They prepared 7 charts depicting the refugee crisis. Let's focus on chart number 5. Which European countries are most affected? Now remember, this war was in West Asia. The bombs were dropping on West Asia, but this was the BBC's big concern. Which European countries are most affected? Now just to be clear, we welcome what Europe is doing to host Ukrainian refugees. They deserve all the help. Our question is, why just Ukraine? Ukraine is not a member of the European Union. It is not part of NATO. So what explains this level of assistance? Racism. You see, Ukrainians are Europeans. Hence, they get the red carpet. But Africans and Asians get border crackdowns and refugee camps. Western media is part of the problem, I have to say. They reflect the public mentality, their sense of European supremacy. And the problem is, governments are not doing anything to help. In fact, they're adding fuel to this fire. Let me show you what Bulgaria's Prime Minister said about refugees. I'm quoting. These people are intelligent, they're educated people. This is not the refugee wave we have been used to. People we are not sure about, we were not sure about their identity. People with unclear pasts who could have been even terrorists. That was a European head of state. He's openly calling West Asian refugees terrorists. If this does not expose Western hypocrisy, nothing does. They invaded Asian and African countries. They waged war. They committed war crimes. And when the people fled, they shut their borders. What does this tell you? That refugees were never the problem. That money or borders were not the issue. The issue was race. Think about it. WION is now available in your country.
What more can I say? You probably won't get this kind of breakdown from Channels Television or Arise. But ìtorí pé you see us as inú ilé làwa tí ń broadcast, so kí ló ń sọ, kí ló tún fẹ́ sọ, tá a gbọ́ rí. You see why we need to leave Nigeria? Not sure. Huh? It's a painful thing that bí àwọn dáàdì kan ṣe sọ lọ́sàn-án yìí, ó ti dáná nísìn because aago 12 àbọ̀ ti lù. Orí ibi tí mo jókòó sí náà láti 4 o'clock lẹ́yìn pé mo kàn lọ sókè kí n lọ lo bathroom, ibi báyìí náà mo ti jẹun tí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn fi lọ́lé tó lọ, àwọn tó lọ sùn, àwọn ọmọ tó lọ sùn lókè. Ibi tí mo jókòó sí náà ni o. Just the same thing that any of the big network are doing with their, because at least ẹni tó bá ṣáà jẹ́ kí ló máa ń pè wọ́n, producer, tí gbogbo staff bá tẹ̀ lọ́lé ní situation tó wà nísìn, àwọn ò ní lọ́lé. Inú ibi tó wà yẹn náà, in tó ń pè ní media nìyẹn. Because bí ṣe jókòó nísìn, like I said, this laptop has not been turned off láti 4 o'clock. And if you look at it, different, more than 20, bí ṣe ń lọ sórí one ni mo ń lọ sórí kan, ìlànà wà open, Yoruba Nation, different Twitter, and you know, that's it. That's the life of what a media does. But we want to balance the situation. But those at home that does not have access to this information, 4 o'clock la parí program lọ́sàn-án yìí. Nígbà tí mo ṣe tán, mo kọ́kọ́ lọ jẹ ẹ̀pà àti bread. Nígbà tó máa dọwọ́, I think around 6, 7, ni rice ready àti dòdò àtẹyin. Mo dẹ̀ mú mi. Kódà ike omi tí mo mu gan sef. Ìyá mo ti gbé yẹn lọ sí kitchen. So the question then is, people are toying with our lives. Wọ́n fi life wa, wọ́n fi ń ta kite. Àwọn tẹ́ ń pè ní politician in Nigeria. They are literally playing toy on us. They are playing on our intelligence. That quickly efficient. That's what they're doing. Because look at the analysis the woman yẹn tó ṣe. That video was 6 minutes. You can check it out. Wọ́n ṣe ṣe lálẹ́ and I'll share the link as well anyway. WION. Tó bá dọ̀la màá tún lò dáadáa lórí software. Ẹ lè rí properly. But I'm sure you can see because mo monitor lórí screen. But until tí gbogbo wa bá sọ pé we've had enough together. Somebody was asking Imbolade lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba Nation. Orí ẹ̀ náà la wà báyìí. orí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation yẹn náà làwà báyìí àdẹ̀ní kú sórí ẹ̀ kòkòrò tọ́pa we will get justice for him ẹni tó bá ti kú náà during this mission ọlọ́run àtẹ̀wọ̀n sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀ but àwa tá a ṣe wà tó ń breed tó ń gbọ́ we must fight to the last man standing. And one thing is, we all have different ways that we want to come out, which is very good. And we will put all those measures in place. But the politicians at home doesn't look at it as anything. As far as they're concerned, they want to become the senator. And to be a senator, they say, what wà nínú àgbo kan tán wẹ̀ fún báyìí. Àná òun fẹ́ jẹ senator, òun fẹ́ jẹ honorable. Àti lọ bá babaláwo. Àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe politics Nigeria nìyẹn. Àti lọ bá oníṣègùn, àti lọ bá àfáà, àti wà lábẹ́ àbẹ́là kan. Àní kan máa tanná sí. Àwọn tó fẹ́ vote fún ni o. And that goes with the ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe governor nísìn, ó ti ń sáré káàkiri báyìí. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? I've seen the settlement camp. I've been following the news. If we do nothing, like I said, that means they've taken us for a ride. Tá bá ti ṣe nǹkan kan. Gbogbo wa ni o, kò ń ṣe mí nìkan. Every single one of us. Tá bá ti ṣe nǹkan kan. That means they've taken us for a ride. That's it. Àwọn tí mọ̀ pé ní ṣe nǹkan kan. But tá bá ti ṣe nǹkan, then they will know that we are not joking. For every night that I'm spending, for every day, tèmi bá ń jáde, our politicians still have the time to reflect. Because I'm actually using my own energy and time to rectify the damage of the British government and the Queen. I'm talking about Queen Elizabeth. London Bridge will come down, but when is what I don't know. But as soon as that London Bridge comes down, things will not have that same shape again around the world. It's winding down. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ̀ gbà. But London Bridge will definitely come down. But the politicians at home, they are not ghosts. And they don't know what we are capable of doing. That's what they don't understand. Wọ́n sì ń fojú wo àwọn tó dàgbà jù àwa lọ that did not do anything. Wọ́n wà lórí thread nísìn, àwọn kó wa kankan. They're in their 50s. Some of them are in their 60s. But one feel pé that same era, òun náà ni àwa. Do you know that, like I said, it depends on which side you are in this war tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. I cite you there, Adekunle Adepoju. It depends on which side
Download the app.
that you are. Ǹjẹ́ ìmọ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣí fídíò yẹn ni ó máa wà lórí history mi. Kódà mo ti wo fídíò débi pé mo tún lọ wo TED tí wọ́n ṣe ní yẹ̀wò lọ ṣe lè náà. Bọ̀wọ́ tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Látòrí Twitter ló connect mi sí mo fi lọ wo bàtọ́ ṣe fídíò yẹn. This guy tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, this video was 4 years ago. Under 15 minutes. Ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nuclear. I studied nuclear war for 35 years. We should all be worried. This guy, I don't have to play everything. But this guy, don't sorry.
Global starvation and the end of human civilization.
Do you know that people in UK, I'm British, what in register, man feel in Ukraine, or feel support Ukraine latija? Have you seen the video? British citizen, one shamo Ukraine, no? But one law register, orúkọ wọn. Ukraine don't need the fighters. But like I said, it doesn't matter on which side you are. But Mukofeka learn a lot of lessons as we are watching it being played. Even with the media, most of one media war. That is being played as we speak right now. When I started, people were confused. They didn't know what media really is. They were thinking that I was going too far because I was talking the way I believe I should be talking. But to our audience, not everybody, but a lot of people thought I was overdoing it. I was going just overboard. But they could not understand what the media power is. And that is being played right now in front of us. So I am even more happy, like Bogun Ishen Lonis in Ukraine. I am happy because Ogun limiting sorry for the last 2 years. So Tinya Kabawan Safin pe àmọ́ Bogun ṣe rí. Ṣé mọ̀ pé internet ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní Ukraine? Abemo. Yeah, things are not the way it is. Ìyẹn kọ́kàn lọ bíṣẹ́ mọ́. Kò sọ̀rọ̀ bíṣẹ́ mọ́ ní Ukraine báyìí. Mo fẹ́ kọ́ ilé kò sí níbẹ̀ mọ́. À ń lọ party kò sí níbẹ̀ mọ́. À ń bímọ à ń ṣèkómọ kò sí níbẹ̀ mọ́. Bó ṣe máa rí náà nìyẹn tó bá dé stage kan lọ́dọ̀ wa. Ìgbà tó fẹ́ dé yẹn là ń kánjú ní gbogbo wa ń béèrè. Ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn ará Ukraine tó wà ní UK àwọn ò lè lọlé àfi tó fẹ́ lọ jà. Let me play that video of those that are ready to go back and fight. Wọ́n ń ṣọmọ Ukraine o, but wọ́n lọ sí embassy wọn lọ forúkọ sílẹ̀ pé àwọn fẹ́ jà. Do you understand that? Let's watch that video. Let's watch this.
To join the Ukrainian army or whatever they're called. What are they called?
Only I've come to join the Ukraine army or whatever they've called. I'm a British new. You know, kò ṣe military, kò ṣe anything. Ẹja jọgbọ́n tó sọ.
Hello, yeah, we've come to join the Ukrainian army or whatever they're called. What are they called? The Foreign Legion, yeah? Okay, just thank you. Yeah. Me.
What nationality are you?
British.
And what's made you want to come here?
They look like they need help. We're young, strong, fit men.
Ṣé gbọ́n kan tó sọ? Ẹ jẹ́ kí n play dé lẹ́tàn kí n tó ṣe analysis dé lórí. It's just under 1 minute 22 seconds. Ohun mi kí n ṣe analysis dé lórí, but mo fẹ́ ká kọ́ gbọ́ dé lẹ́tàn náà. Only we are young. Àwọn politician yẹn wọ́n fojú di wá gan. Ẹ ń fojú di wá. Ẹni tó ń gbé ní ibi tó wà comfortable tí iná wà tálàáfíà dé bá ìlú ẹ̀kọ́ ló ti ń jà o ó lọ bá wọn pé òun fi lọ jà àwa ń sọ pé ká gba kínní ẹ̀ ń fojú di wá ha cha 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 ẹ̀ ń fojú di wá ẹ̀ ní ilẹ̀ abẹ́ ṣe àbí èyí ilẹ̀ abẹ́ ṣe ìtẹ́ ń sọ nìyẹn ìjà tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ń lé ẹ máa kọ́gbọ́n nínú ẹ̀ ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ máa follow details in tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bó ṣe ń fi ti mídíà jà wàá fi tara jà wàá fi tẹ̀mí jà wàá fi towó jà ẹ̀yin ẹ̀kan bá sọ wípé wọn ò ní ìdánwò lórí platform tí wọn ẹ sọ fún wọn pé bí á lórí platform yẹn wọn ò ní ìdówó. a fi ọ̀rọ̀ pé ọgbọ́n Yorùbá la fi jà nìkan kan nísìn kódà bó jẹ́ ká fi eyín ká fi gé àwọn ìlú míì jẹ tó bá tó àsìkò yẹn a fi gé wọn jẹ gbogbo tó bá gbà la máa fún pé Nàìjíríà ní pín yẹn ẹlẹ́tútù ẹ̀dá nù Queen gan mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà máa pín. Let's watch it again.
Hello, yeah, we've come to join the Ukrainian army or whatever they're called. What are they called, Tom? The Foreign Legion, yeah?
Okay, just
Thank you. Yeah. Me and
What nationality are you?
British.
And what's made you want to come here?
They look like they need help. We're young, strong, fit men. We can help, so why not?
Do you have any military expertise?
Absolutely none at all, no.
Email a letter for this address.
Yeah.
And he contacted with you and said what you must do.
Okay. Now he's given us these details, which we're now going to ring. And somehow they're going to tell us what we need to do from here on.
Why have you decided to come down here today?
Well, trying to make a difference. Seen on the news, innocent people losing their lives.
Are you prepared to lose your life?
Think so, yes.
I used to be in the TIA.
Again, possible. Nígbà tí mo rí fídíò yìí, I just dey laugh. The world don't know the generation that we are at this moment. Ṣé fi pé Yorùbá nìkan ló máa dìde tíjà ẹ̀ bá tẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀? Ìlú tó tẹ̀ expect àwọn ọmọ wọn máa dìde pé sẹ́ ẹ rò pé spirit kan ló wọlé ni. Ẹ wá gbọ́ bàbá àgbàlagbà yìí. Baba 60 years old. Oh no, not qualify. Baba 60 years old ní UK. Ó fi lọ jà ní Ukraine. Ẹja gbọ́n tó ń sọ.
I've also got a lot of first aid training, so decided to come and do something.
And you're prepared to go to Ukraine and fight?
Yeah, I can get on a flight tomorrow.
And if you don't mind asking how long...
Ṣé gbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ? Ó ní I can get on the flight tomorrow to the nearest border. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti dé Poland, wá jẹ́ kó wọlé, òun fi lọ jà ni.
I'm 60, which means I'm just about within the age range they'll accept.
And you're prepared to put your own life on the line?
Well, somebody has to.
Journalists yẹn bí pé, and you are ready to put your life, only somebody has to do it. Bí ọ̀kan bá ṣe ta ló máa ṣe. Yeah. Yoruba politician, start debating, stop debating about our exit from Nigeria. That's all we're asking you. Nothing more than that. We're not fighting you. We don't hate you. But start talking about the Yoruba exit out of Nigeria. Because everybody known as Nigerians have been bastardized. Everybody, don't put any, I'm a one Nigerian, knows that they're lying. There's nobody called Nigerian. That's what the Western world created. And I've given you 2 videos. One, people, at least, Kemaba sọ pé, Koiki, become ló fi sí. Then some British support humanitarian and take the risk. But àwọn lè fi lọ jà ni. Àwọn tó ń lọ yìí. Wọ́n sọ pé àwọn fi lọ jà ni o. Àwọn ilé òní àwọn fi lọ ṣe ọ̀tọ̀ àwọn humanitarian ní sàwọn yẹn ti lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àwọn yẹn ti wà lórí flight wọ́n ti dé Poland. Poland ò jìnnà sí bíbá yìí. Wọ́n ti dé Poland wọ́n ti kan àwọn dúdú tó wà ní camp. Èyí tó jẹ́ kó wọlé èyí tó wọlé. Mo rí kan wọ́n ń drag báàgì mọ́ lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ń disabuse wa. Because of the color of our skin. Àwọn ọmọ tó sanwó, majority of them are paying a lot of dollars to be schooling in Ukraine. It's not free. àwọn tó lè ní access láti wọ UK, and Ukraine has, from what I'm told, a good medical institutions. So a lot of Nigerians go there, and Russia. But the war has now shown those Nigerians that. Anyway, federal government, man of a plane, Koinwa. So I wish you the best, safe journey back to Nigeria. Some of them are not going to go back anyway. So everybody continue to monitor the situation in Ukraine and Russia. It's just giving us our own idea in our head, whether you are from the support mechanism. Yes, London Bridge is going to go down. There's no doubt about it. Even everybody knows that. Ìgbà tí London Bridge wálẹ̀, everybody will move. But London Bridge will finally come down. And that will also make a bit of shift around the globe. We are nobody in the world. It doesn't matter how highly intelligent we think we are. Americans, and I believe my ego said the same thing because I read the same thing as well, have told their citizens to start leaving Russia. I don't know for what reason. At some point, they will do the same thing in Nigeria. They are not going to give that signal now, but Americans will tell their citizens before 2023 to at least leave Nigeria until maybe after, well, you must only until after the election. But the American knows that election will not hold in Nigeria. They have those intelligence. They are watching us. They have the manpower to monitor everything around the globe, good or bad. So if you're thinking that they are not listening, they are watching. But there's more trouble for them to be concerned because that one has not burst yet. I am not here to defend Russia or Ukraine. I don't give a toss about any one of them. I'm more concerned about me and the Yorubas as people. It doesn't matter whether you believe that Russia is evil, Ukraine is evil. I hope you go and watch what Ukraine has done in Donbass in 2014. There's always two sides to the stories. If you haven't seen that, it's on YouTube. I've watched it. I've seen what they've done. I'm talking about Ukraine. I've seen what they've done to those two regions, to batter them, kill them. And the international community has kept muted. But am I concerned about that? As we speak right now, our own people that has the money lineage blood Ukraine or Russia, so can you come? Those that have the lineage for me and you are sleeping in darkness in that contraction you call Nigeria. As we speak right now, it's coming up to 2 a.m. in Nigeria. And millions of our people have gone to bed without anything to eat. And they wake up again in the morning to hustle. So why should, as much as I might be concerned about humanitarian being affected in the fight, we have been going through humanitarian crisis for the last 60 years. Mo ń gbọ́ tí bàbá wa Almaroof lọ́sàn-án ìtàn ṣe program wọn. And if I'm right, I think he said he was born in 1968. That's like 8 years after Nigeria got independent. And as we speak today, Nigeria has not changed while he has given birth to children. So he's probably maybe the 5th generation from his own family. So if somebody that was born in 1968, 8 years after independence, cannot guarantee that he has a better life. Somebody said, I don't have light. Somebody has confirmed that, even in the thread on YouTube. So let's cut away and leave the independent era. We're okay. So many things have occurred. So many things have happened. Let's bring it back to 1999 till date. Murimbe Yami Ellen, they are in darkness and no fuel. And they're not going to get fuel because we don't have a refinery. So most epo tí ó yẹ kó jáde kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà tó ń pè ní crude oil. Ẹ mọ̀ pé crude ni, ìyẹn ló máa ń dúdú tík-tík báyìí. Kó tó di epo máa padà wá, tó máa di epo tó máa light, tó máa wọnú mọ́tò yín because ẹ lè rọ crude oil sínú mọ́tò. Wọ́n láti kọ́kọ́ refine ẹ̀, kó dilute ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. The Black Sea, gbogbo route yẹn nísìn is blocked. So more crisis is going to happen, especially in Nigeria, because things will become even, but already things are tight, but it's going to get more tighter. So if they're talking about humanitarian crisis, our loved ones, our loved ones does not mean that people that is my younger brother. I'm talking about almost. Ṣé Ukraine stand pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn tiwa tó ń pa látijọ́ yìí? Why should we stand with Ukraine? Ṣé Ukraine stand pẹ̀lú àwọn tiwa tó ń pa? 13 people were killed in Idiape. Do you know how many people died since 1999 till date? So why should I be, I mean, I can be a bit worried. So, but why should I put that in my heart? Why should I cry for Ukraine? I want Ukraine to cry for one. Why should I cry? That's me. You don't have to like it. Do you know how many people have died because of the negligence of 5,000 naira that they don't have? Do you know how many people have died because they are scared to even go into the hospital because they don't have the money? Bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn, olúkálùkù ló mọ bó ṣe ń sort family out nílé. Bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. So where is the humanity for my own people that the British put together, headed by the Queen Elizabeth? Are they concerned? No. Do you know that stolen money from Nigeria managed to get in here, and you ask the question, how? Báwo lówó yẹn ṣe wọ bíbá? Báwo lówó yẹn ṣe dé bíbá? It's easy for David Cameron to say Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. But the question is not answered. How did the money get here in the first place? You can see they're saying that, I'm seize gbogbo asset to Russia. How did the money get here in the first place? If the government knows that there are people linked with Putin and they bought about asset worth billions in this country, that also links to Abramovich, the owner of Chelsea. The British people are happy that he was able to invest money here. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ti ń sọ fún Dangote kó wá ra Arsenal? Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ lẹ ṣe ń sọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ń lé? Ẹ̀yin Arsenal fan tó lè gba visa láti wá wo Premier League láti 10 years ó wà ládùúgbò ẹ̀ nísìn pẹ̀lú jersey fake tó wọ̀ sára. I'm an Arsenal fan, kò lè ra ticket kó gba visa kó wá sí bíbá kó wá wo game. Àwọn tó yín ní Europe ṣó mọ̀ pé ọmọ Ukraine wá wo game Arsenal ní bíbá. Bàbá tó fẹ́ràn Arsenal, àǹtí tó fẹ́ràn Arsenal, bàbá tó fẹ́ràn Manchester, gbogbo tíìmù ọ ló mọ̀, ó mọ ẹni tó lọ, mọ ẹni tó dé, ó mọ ẹni tó ń ṣe transfer windows, ó mọ ẹni tó ń san fún tíìmù kankan. But the same country that colonized me and you will not give you visa to come and watch that Premier League. But ní Ukraine yẹn, àìmọye àwọn ọmọ wọn tó ti drive wọlé láti wá wo Premier League. It doesn't cost them anything. They just drive in. But àwa tó colonized, tó ṣe jàǹbá fún, tó da ilé ayé gbogbo wa rú, tí wọ́n fi ń support the football team yẹn. I'm not saying you shouldn't love football, but I'm just asking the question that ṣé kò jẹ́ kí wọ́n náà lè wá wo game? Nigeria has been in hell for 60 years. And we are not talking about gbogbo ìjà yóò tí tẹ̀ pé 1 week. Ìjà tẹ́ ń rí yẹn nísìn. It's because it's been publicized, boom, on satellite, on the mainstream media. That's why we are all kind of ọmọ yìí ọmọ kékèké òbí tó sùn ó lọ sí abúlé kan nísìn kó lọ rí báwọn ọmọ ṣe ń gbé tó lómi. Do you know that people are sleeping under the bridge all over Yoruba land? They can't afford to live in even a face me and face you that is about Momo Ilo long rent face me and face you. Maybe 5,000 naira. I don't know. But our emotion has been allowed to link with what is happening in Ukraine when we also have issues that have not refused to listen to us. Ẹ ti gbàgbé pé a máa ń play video kan woman tí Fúlàní bá sùn for 6 days. Wọ́n tún gba 8 million lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. That was in 2018. Now ask yourself, how many people have been killed? Let's even leave the Fulani on the side. How many of you are running a full-scale business anymore in Nigeria? Even those of you that wanted to do so from the diaspora, because the diaspora has, the liquid. Tí bá sọ pé liquid, àwa ní dollar, a ní pounds, excuse me, a ní dollar, a ní pounds lọ́wọ́. $5,000. Okay, one is between 5 to 4,000 naira. Laurent face my face you. Morimbe Baba Michael Awe, Moki Yawa Fatima, Wasio Akinyele, I saw you, I cite you. On Instagram, Debbie Kemi, thank you very much. Pensy 106. Wow, this phone is not charging at all. Blah, blah, blah. Is that Instagram? So you might have to switch to YouTube or Facebook. Those of you on Instagram, phone yet from an indication, might shut down anytime soon. Yes, we should be concerned on humanity. I am not that evil. Do you know that we have IDP camp in Nigeria? As the Western world taking their camera down there to see the damage that the terrorists have done to people in the north. Abemo. So why are we kind of looking like this as if in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn àríru ẹ̀rà fi ẹ̀yin ẹ máa fi ṣírò pé tásìkò bá tó kí la lè rí mú nínú nǹkan tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn lọ́dọ̀ tiwa náà. But the moment you start putting emotion, people are living inside the IDP camp. People have been living in there for the last 10 years. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Lil Shuaib tó kidnap lára ọmọ Chibok girls yẹn, ṣé mọ̀ kó ti bímọ? A dẹ̀ tí rí gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn padà just because she did not denounce her religion. Lẹ́ǹkan sẹ́yìn tẹ́wà lórí Instagram, the phone has given me indication it's gonna shut down. Mo mọ̀ pé kò wá charge because I've been sitting down here for the last how many God knows hours. But you can join us on the MixLR or on the... So, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, èyí tẹ́ bá fẹ́ múlò nínú ẹ̀, èmi ò ní kí èèyàn kan má side èèyàn kan, ẹ bá ní Russia bully ni, ẹ bá ní Ukraine kò bully. Our concern is now Yoruba first. How to save our own people back home. That should be our concern. For years, ìyà tí ń jà wá náà. Ṣé Ọlọ́run dá wa fún ìyà jíjẹ ni? Ṣé Ọlọ́run ọba bóyá ti Kristẹni, ti Mùsùlùmí àbí ti ìṣẹ̀ǹbáyé ṣó dá wa fún ìyà jíjẹ ni? A country that does not value us. And it's not about the, just the Western world. It's even about our people. These are blood-sucking demons that think that agbára táwọn ti lọ gbà yẹn, àwọn lè fi hold everybody. Kò ń ṣe fúnra wa lè máa fi hold mọ́. Because we are telling you to your face that you still have the time to back out. Ẹ ń kó ọlọ́pàá kiri, ẹ ń kó sójà kiri, ìyẹn ò lè ran tó wà nílẹ̀ mọ́ nísìn. Ìbẹ̀rí táwọn Ukraine ṣe fún sójà mẹ́rin Russia. So ìyẹn bó ṣe sọ pé oríṣiríṣi làwa máa rí lò níbẹ̀. Ẹ wo bó ṣe ń ṣe fún wọn. So, at the end of the day, our concern should be our own people. How do we save them? Okay, somebody says that my husband refused to change his WhatsApp DP. He said he won't until she's found. That is somebody there pé Lil Shuaib àti gbàgbé ẹlòmíràn èèyàn kan ní wọ́n change DP wọn látijọ́ tó ti jí ọmọ yẹn gbé lọ. I'm just watching that, listening, reading that on Instagram. Those of you on Instagram, the phone will definitely, I didn't charge it. Not because we are in Olile, but as in Nigeria. So, ọkọ wa lọ fún bí slavery. Ẹ mọ̀ pé generation wa a lè trace ẹ̀ because we are already mixed. When I went to Liverpool and I had the opportunity to visit the slave museum, you could feel that the energy of what these people have done for us. And that's why they want to keep Igboho there. They say they will keep him there till election because ó pé wọn pé kí Igboho wà ní Benin Republic until tí wọ́n máa fi ṣe election tán ní 2023. That's what they're saying. Ó pé àwọn ó better fáwọn pé kí Ìgbòho wà níbẹ̀. This Ukraine issue has exposed dirty money everywhere. Owó tó wọnú ibi tó wọ̀, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wa ń sọ nísìnyí pé àwọn owó yẹn ò clean. Ǹjẹ́ mọye owó Abacha tó wà ní Switzerland tá a lè rí gbà láyé? Gbogbo fóònù mi ò máa charge kẹ̀. Anyway, àní pẹ́ nìyẹn. Nǹkan lọ sùn. Ìtàṣe náà ti tó. Mo rí ẹ̀ńbẹ̀ Jákolúṣọlá èèyàn mi. Mo kí yín o, ìyá wa Fatima. Mo kí gbogbo yín o. Obìnà, all hail Biafra. Báwo bá tẹ̀ náà lọ, pa fi dúró sínú Nàìjíríà. Àwọn Biafra máa fan tó tán lẹ̀. People still thinking that the Biafra will pull back. I still get some Yoruba that are having that mindset that the Biafra will go and vote for election and then the Yoruba will not vote and then the Yoruba will lose out. Ẹ̀wọ̀n kò bá wọn kàn ṣe máa ń sọ nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní the Igbo are pushing the Yorubas. Oh yes, we will find not just Lee Shuaibu, we will find everybody that have been missing. It's just a matter of time. So, thank you once again. Let's call it a night. But let us also remember people that are dying for the negligence of a system that failed every single innocent Nigerians. After that, we'll be concerned about whatever is happening as well outside the globe. People don't have to support Yoruba. I always say it before we, think of them. So we think of those first, then we think about those outside. I try to balance it. We have the mindset of the Biafra, my sister, my sister, I believe you are my big auntie or big mom. Am I feel we are in that mindset? We have the mindset. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. And it's not going to be a situation that is not going to happen. The politicians just don't know how it's going to happen. To them, they're thinking that they are secure in their little cocoon, in their probably bulletproof car. Amọ̀ tank gan wọ́n sọ petrol bomb lu. Ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ń pè ní petrol bomb. Okay. Amọ̀ tank. Ẹ̀rí ibi tí wọ́n ti ń sọ petrol bomb lu amọ̀ tank tí ẹni tó wà nínú ẹ̀ nígbà tí heat yẹn pọ̀ òun gan ló jáde pé mo káwọ́ sókè ẹ má pa mí. So mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá wa Karunmi Abíọ́dún. Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyá mi o Grace JP gbogbo ẹ̀yin prayer warrior wa tẹ́ ń fi àdúrà ran Ìgbòho lọ́wọ́ tẹ́ ń fàdúrà ran bàbá Akíntóyè àti gbogbo àwọn oríṣiríṣi àwọn tí a lè máa dárúkọ gbogbo àwọn elders of council gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan Yorùbá máa lọ in tó ti mú wa tẹnu bọ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n pé tó bá pẹ́ àti tẹnu bọ̀ débi bíbà la lè máa ní doubt mind but táwa kan ti tẹnu bọ̀ pé no going back nìṣẹ́ kò ń ṣe pé bí tẹrọ wọ́n ti fún wọn ní vision yẹn wọ́n ti sọ fún wọn pé àwọn tó ń fa kinní yìí kí kinní yìí kó dàrú but they are concerned about their wealth. The Yoruba politicians wọ́n ti jẹjẹkújẹ gan wọ́n ti fi Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti fi mi ọbẹ̀ gidi so wọ́n wò pé ọmọ abágbá Yorùbá nation ṣé àwọn máa lè kíp gbogbo kinní táwọn ní lọ́wọ́ yìí olè tó ti jà káàkiri using Nigeria as a front, because everything will be transparent, and we can see, everybody can see everything inside. At the moment, you can't see everything in Nigeria. It's all in darkness. To bá lọ báyìí, tó bá fẹ́ wò báyìí, wá block ẹ̀. Tó bá try jù gan, wá nù ẹ̀. So the politician knows. They are watching. But they are pretending as if it's not going to happen. But maybe in Tonloni, Ukraine is saying, maybe it can also start making them think otherwise. Some of them are probably taking their money now out of Nigeria and stock it somewhere in dollars and pounds and euro. So tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn, lè máa gbọ́ pé the Nigerians that have wealth in Europe, we're going to freeze it. Òyìnbó mọ ibi tó wó wà. Àwọn òyìnbó tẹ̀ ń wò yìí. Olóòbùkù àtàyè ni gbogbo wọn. Wọ́n mọ ibi tí gbogbo wa wà. Because àwọn lọ́rí transaction tó ń lọ in millions of pounds tó ń communicate, tó ń channel, tó ń lọ, tó ń bọ̀. Bá ṣe ń báyìí nísìnyí, owó ń communicate. Crude oil money. Ẹ̀wọ̀n crude oil, ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ń pè ní crude oil money. Owó gbà. Ìyàwó ń jà wọ́n yàn. People are suffering. Those that own the crude oil does not even understand where the money is. Do you understand what that means? The people will get the crude oil. They don't smell, where the money they. Go out now and see young British citizen. They spend big money for big places. Asunso tẹ agbábẹ lọ síbi iṣẹ́ láàárọ̀. Ṣé wọ́n ọmọ Nàìjíríà lè ṣe yẹn? Àfi tó bá yẹ pé òun ṣe crime nílùú yìí. Even if you have the money, you'll be thinking about your people back home. People cannot even go to do fishing anymore. Do you know that some assets are being sold off from some of those big oil, like Shell and, I hope you're following the situation in Nigeria. They're also offsetting some of their assets. Owó epo ni, owó rọ̀bì, oil money. That's why you can see them. They can easily throw money at you and then, they walk away. The money is in the crude oil. Crude oil that is meant to help every innocent Nigerians. Even those of us outside. Àwọn ṣiṣẹ́ bí kúrú. Every day you want to send money home. People are on your neck. And the politicians all knows the drill. They know where all the money goes through. Where's Buriji Kashamu Nisin? He's probably left so much money for his family. These people are spending oil money, owó epo. The NNPC, issue on white people. And look at us here all over the world. Some of us have good jobs, some don't have good jobs. In cold weather. Ọlọ́run dá wa pé ká wà nínú òtútù. Ṣé fi pọ̀ Ọlọ́run dá wa skin tiwa yìí ká wà nínú òtútù? No. But they also need us for so many reasons. Our genes is extraordinary. The white people knows that. Àwọn ìbò yẹn mọ̀. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé gene yìí is very, very powerful. They've done a lot of research on us for years, not now, ever since they've been doing the slave trade. They've done, Koda, one more back and forth. But what they know is the power is shifting. The Yorubas has the leverage to compete with the world, and they don't want that. The fuel bomb can be learned on Google. It's available. It's been advertised in Ukraine. Let's go on Google. Type in petrol bomb. You learn everything you need to know. Easy. It's one of the most searched things on the Google engine as we speak right now. Because even àwọn tó ń ṣọtí ní Ukraine kò ta ló mọ tí wọ́n nísìn. So that's what they're doing now. Ẹni tó bá mọ̀ ń pẹ́ ẹ lọ kọ́. It's one of the most easiest things to fight. And they've been using it to fight in Ukraine. So I'm sure we can learn a lot of things from there. I won't say more than that. Ọlọ́gbọ́n ló máa gbé sálò. Òmùgọ̀ látó máa béèrè pé kí n máa ṣe analysis ẹ̀. Tó bá là mọ́ tank láti rí ní Russia, ẹni tó wà nínú tank yẹn, ọ̀nà tó fẹ́ gbà jáde ló máa wá. You can see that the Ukraine, àwọn ló ń blow bridge wọn. Or you don't know that. Just go and monitor. Forget about what is happening in Nigeria now. Focus on the Ukraine and learn a lot. Bridge wọn. Gbọ́ pé bọ̀bọ̀ kan wà tán ní òun ló manually. Òun ló wọ́n demoted or denoted the bridge or whatever. Of a breaker, but they wanted to use, but it was too late because the Russian tanks were coming. The guy personally said, I would do it. Somebody is saying our gene is called 9, while others are 5 and 6. Nearest is white and other race. Gene wa in your colon, and I know that person, Ibukun. I've seen his CV. I've seen some. That guy is highly intelligent. That Ibukun, Mr. Ibukun, YouTube. I've seen correspondence that he has shared with me, even with the British government, and so many people like that. Let's leave it like that tonight. At least we're out again, even if it's just for a short period. I would have loved to take calls, but I don't think this phone can hold longer. So let's just call it a night. And then tomorrow, as usual, without disappointing you, if you think I'm about to erupt, I'll be back again at 1 p.m. local time. I'll go down towards the Ukraine embassy. I'll just go and have a feel of what is happening there, just as a media, busy place, speak to people. So quite a lot is happening. But this Ukraine, wahala, ó jẹ́ kẹ́yìn ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ máa ń béèrè àwọn béèrè tí kò necessary. Ìtọ́ ẹ̀kẹ́ máa wò nísìnyí pé báwo ló ṣe ṣe lè ṣe lò, ṣe lè yóò ṣe lò. Ìtọ́ ẹ̀kẹ́ máa ṣe nísìnyí yẹn. So, àníri jù báyẹn lọ. Ìgbòho máa jáde láìpẹ́ agbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀mí politician ni pé kí Ìgbòho máa jáde. Kódà bó wà ní Germany lásán, wọ́n mọ̀ pé wàhálà òun ni. And that's why they're doing everything. Our politicians. Kí mo respect wọn ní bá ní àwa. Ìjọba wọn ṣe politician, but mo kàn fún wọn ní ọ̀wọ̀ yẹn. They are not invisible. Ẹ máa sọ fún àwọn politician, you all are not invisible. It doesn't matter wherever you are. Láti Kwara títí dẹ́kọ̀, gbogbo yín kì í ṣe invisible. Ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ bá ń lọ lórí aircraft. Mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ wa máa ń sọ fún wa pé politician kan ṣe lọ lórí aircraft nísìn, lórí Arik, ó ń lọ Enugu. Àbẹ́mọ̀. We have people that are also giving us information about wherever you're moving from point A to B. Àmọ́ it don't change lálẹ́ tó ní gbé security, akọ́ra máa lọ dọ̀ọ̀. Have a very good night. Oranyola Masun. Thank you very much once again. Wow, you see the beauty of our payment to MixLR yesterday. We have 3 people listening. wọ́n ní tó bá ṣe tì kí ló máa ń pè wọ́n ní ilẹ̀ ló ń gbé àbí so iṣẹ́ owó nìyẹn. Thank you very much. Let me appreciate those 3 people that are listening on the MixLR, on Instagram, mo kí gbogbo wa, on YouTube, mo kí gbogbo wa. Ọ̀ràn yàn la máa sùn. Ẹ má dààmú ara yín, èmi máa sùn ni. Ìwọ tó ń wò mí, sọ fún wọn pé ò bá wa ń lé. Tó bá ti lọ ní máa pagbo laptop yẹn tí mo ṣe ti tó. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ rí body kòkòrò tí wọ́n gé orí ẹ̀, ẹ bá lọ sórí KOIKIMEDIA lálẹ́, koikimedia.com. You'll be able to see it there, but I cannot share it because of the community rules. Just one word péré ni mo kọ nígbà tí Mayegun ṣe program ní ìjẹta kan àbí jẹrin nísìn ti Facebook ti Lucky Koiki Oduduwa yẹn wọ́n jẹ́ ká post sórí ẹ̀, but it doesn't matter. Kí gbogbo wa Ọ̀ràn yàn la máa sùn. Mo rí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyá mi Tóyìn Àkàbà, mo rí gbogbo ẹni tí bá dárúkọ ẹ má fi ṣèbínú, gbogbo iná la nífẹ̀ẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe nífẹ̀ẹ́ KOIKIMEDIA. Ọ̀ràn yàn la máa sùn. Ó dàárọ̀. Bye for now.